You think you outrank me?" The words cracked through the ceremonial hall like a whip. Every eye turned. The color guard froze. The room, lined with flags, polished boots, and brass, sank into stunned silence. Lieutenant Monroe didn't flinch. She stood upright, composed, fists clenched at her sides. The man shouting, Master Sergeant O'Hare, was flushed red with anger, veins standing out, one hand half raised in a gesture no one expected to see during a promotion ceremony. It was supposed to be her moment, a proud day. Monroe had just been called to the front of the hall, young, decorated, and rising faster than anyone in her class. She was calm under fire, sharp on strategy, and deeply respected by her unit. But not by everyone. O'Hare had served for decades, wore his stripes like a crown, and wasn't shy about showing who he thought deserved to lead. To him, her promotion wasn't earned. It was a threat. And now, in front of the entire room, he let his bitterness explode. He moved closer, towering over her. "You think just because they pinned a rank on you, that makes you better than me?" he hissed. "You've got no idea what real command is." His hand twitched again. Whether it was about to strike or just intimidate, no one would get the chance to find out. Because a second voice cut through the tension like a blade. "Master Sergeant O'Hare, stand down, now." The crowd parted as Colonel Rice stepped forward, tall, silver-haired, a living legend in the ranks. His uniform bore rows of ribbons, earned in the kind of battles people only whispered about. He didn't shout, he didn't need to. He walked straight between O'Hare and Monroe and turned with quiet, commanding fury. "She outranks you," the colonel said firmly, "and as of 5 minutes ago, she outranks everyone in this room." His words landed like thunder. "You may not like it, you may not understand it, but what you will do, right now, is show respect." O'Hare opened his mouth to argue, but nothing came out. His fury drained into confusion, then shame. The colonel didn't move. "Dismiss yourself from this hall, Sergeant," he said coldly, "before you embarrass this uniform further." O'Hare hesitated, then stiff and pale he turned and walked away. Not a single person stopped him. Not a single voice defended him. Monroe remained still, composed. The colonel turned to her now, softer. "Carry on, Lieutenant." She nodded once, then stepped to the podium. She didn't speak. She didn't need to. The entire room was already watching her with new eyes, not just as a promoted officer, but as a leader who had stood tall in the face of open humiliation and hadn't wavered. One of the younger officers started clapping, then another. Soon the entire room stood in applause, not for the conflict, but for her composure, her strength, her quiet victory. After the ceremony, Monroe moved through the halls with calm grace. She received quiet nods of respect from men and women who had seen everything. Some were embarrassed they hadn't stepped in. Some were simply proud that someone like her was now leading. In the officers' mess later that day, a fellow lieutenant asked her how she stayed so calm. "You could have lost it," he said. "You had every right." Monroe smiled slightly. "That's the difference," she replied. Leaders don't react, they respond. That was the essence of who she was. Not loud, not flashy, just effective, respected, unshakable. She wasn't trying to prove anything that day. She already had. Her entire career had been proof, but now the whole room had seen it with their own eyes. The next morning, a new command chart was posted. At the very top, Lieutenant Colonel Monroe. Under her command, many of the very people who had watched that moment unfold. No one questioned it. Some people rise by tearing others down. The best rise by standing their ground when it matters most. Respect isn't demanded. It's earned, often in the moments that test you the most. When she was challenged, she didn't yell, she didn't fight, she stood firm, and because of that, she gained not just rank, but lasting respect. He tried to shake her. Instead, he revealed her strength to the world. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment, where are you watching from? If this story moved you, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more powerful stories like this one. You never know. The next one might just change your life.